Welcome back. Today is the first day back from break. It is April the 4th. Here is what you're going to be working on for the next project. So you're going to choose another choose your own design adventure. So a couple things that are coming up. First thing is if you want to use one of the choose your own weeks to work on your college project, that's totally fine. The college project submission is going to be on the 22nd. So that's coming up within the next few weeks. So we'll have a couple days before we submit the portfolio to clean things up. But if you plan on submitting and you want to use the next 2 weeks to work on one of these three projects or a combination of those, I would recommend going ahead and doing that. If you've already submitted or you're not planning on submitting, then I want to show you the new ones that are available. So again, choose one that you have not done yet so that we're not just duplicating the same thing. The racing team branding, this will be the last chance for you to submit something on this one. So if you really want to potentially have your logo on a race car that's going to be racing in May, go ahead and work on this one. I can give you some more details on that. As far as the new assignments, I have this one right here, which is your isometric design. This one's both the most structured and unstructured one. What you're going to be doing with this is you're going to be working on, and here's some student work, going through a series of tutorials that'll take probably about the first week or so. And then the second week, you'll have to actually utilize the skills that you learned in the tutorials to be able to actually build these. So isometric design is this kind of simplified 3D style using Illustrator. I have several series of tutorials that you're going to work through. You're going to first build this simple room, and then you're going to build this little bit more complicated house. And then once you've finished that, you're going to come up with creating your own scene, whether it's a combination of doing more super detailed rooms, a full city, or just kind of pushing the design like some of the other students did. So I have several different resources that are available here for you. If you want to use these for your own personal ones, that's options are there. But what you will be submitting is the result of the tutorial, and then your own design. The other choose your own design that's new is this one right here, which is Campaign for a Cause. In the Campaign for a Cause, when I taught this one online, we focused just on making posters. But now that we have access to being able to print, I'm going to include having you not only take the posters that you make, but take the messaging that you're using to create 3 additional merchandising items. And those will be either stickers or buttons, or if you have another idea of something that could be printed, talk to me about that. So when you watch this video, you're going to make sure that a couple of the changes that were not in this original video is your page count is now, poster count is going to be between 3 to 5 pictures instead of 2 to 4. And then you'll be creating 3 additional items that should be unique, but should still fit in with the cause that you are championing. I have a PDF version of the demo here, and I have an explanation of what the steps and resources are. Now, again, in here, it's going to mention 2 to 4, and it doesn't mention the stickers or the buttons. So that's why I'm putting more information here. So I've got the steps broken out here that explain what to do. I've got some possible ideas of places you could go to find resources to be able to get data and get numbers and kind of come up with what it is that you want to advocate for. But you don't have to use these. If you want to find your own topics, that's totally fine. But like, for example, I have this we.org one that has kind of a short breakdown of what some issues are. Let's see if this will load. There we go. So I was talking about, these are ones like global issues, so like education, water, food, health. Now, similar to the personal manifesto, you could advocate for something that you've already done, but the items that you use and create should be unique to this project. The posters will be 11 by 17, 300 pixels per inch if you're using Photoshop, and it explains what it is that you're going to do for the posters, and then what it is that you're going to do to take that core message of one or more of the posters and create buttons or stickers. Or like I said, if you come up with an idea of something that you'd like printed that's different than that, definitely let me know. I've included some resources here for some additional items that you can work with, and that is one of the other options you have. And then the last one here is pitching your own project. So with this, I already had some students do this last time, just as a test run, and I can share some of the work that they did. But it's going to be somewhat customized for each student. But what you're going to want to do is watch this short video, and then within the first 25, 30 minutes or so of class, what you're going to want to do is complete this Google Doc template and then have me come over and take a look at it. This is going to be kind of a guided way to say, like, what's the project? What are you going to turn in? What kind of process are you going to use? What new skills are you going to develop? And so on. So I've got a variety of different questions that'll help you really be able to articulate and explain to me what it is that you want to create. Now, keep in mind the process that we normally go through on any of these. It usually starts first with having some inspiration, setting up some kind of Pinterest board, doing a little bit of research on what it is you want to do, doing some preliminary sketches, then starting to make variations, and then having your final deliverable. So you're really going to have to put yourself in my position and think, if you were the teacher, what would you do based on the projects that you've seen, based on the sequence that, the repetitive sequence that I've used, what would you end up doing for this particular project that you're proposing? All right, those are the new pieces that you have to work with. So go ahead and choose one of those. Again, just want to emphasize, if you're planning on doing the college portfolio and you want to use time in class to work on that, then you may want to choose whichever one of these you need to do still, because we will be submitting on the 22nd of this month.